You know what I'm saying, back with another video, you know what I'm saying, let's get it started. So, the premise of this video is I made a little equation for success, for my success to achieve it. You know what I'm saying? I like to inform y'all a little bit of how I made it. Now, to be fair, I wrote this idea a couple months back, so obviously I've added more to it. You know what I'm saying? Grown from it, experienced, had some failures. So this isn't an updated version, but some people might be on this level where they can understand this version better. Some people might understand the version I'm at right now. So I'm gonna give it to it as steps. Put at this video how I was before, and then another video later on and how I am currently. You know what I'm saying? A little update. But let's get into the video. So at one point in my little journey with my stocks and my YouTube and my soccer, there was a point when I only really had soccer. Soccer was my only source of learning. And when I say learning, I mean experiencing failure, dissecting it, and then making it into the field that I need to get better. Now, I wasn't thinking at that degree yet. And in my eyes, I saw the only way to achieve success is by an extraordinary amount of hard work and dedication, right? That's what everyone was preaching. And by everyone, I mean all the athletes. Some parents were preaching this, some adults were preaching it. They're like, all you have to do is work hard and be dedicated and be committed and this, that, and the third, and yada, yada, yada. Now, if you know me, and you know how much I work hard, you can ask my mama, like, I work extremely hard. Like, I'm either all in or I'm all out. There's no in between. So with soccer, I'm all in. When you're all in on something, and then you add that with the philosophy of working hard, dedication, and commitment, and that's the only thing you have to put your time into is one thing. Like, I wasn't the jack of all trades I am now. You start trying to figure out how to train and use your body and push it to the limit as much as possible. And that's exactly what I did. Now, when I did this, I didn't realize that recovery is also a very good and important part of training as well. But me, and with my philosophy, I was dang near like, I'm just going to pound myself, I'm just going to work as hard as I can until my body says no, says no more, I give up. Because in my eyes, I thought that if I'm not sore every single day, that means I didn't work hard enough. That was my philosophy. And to be fair, that was a strong philosophy. I did some crazy things that I don't think I would do today because it just wouldn't be smart decisions, and the consequences carried on. But what I also realized is even though my body was hurting extremely and I was barely hanging on to a limb, if I made one mistake, it could have been the end of my career type of hurting. It did give me success, and I did find entertainment in it. But at one point in time, I reached a point where I was like, working like this will not get me to the places I want to go. I realized I was making progress, but because I was injuring myself, my progress would be cut in a half or 3/4. No, it would be cut in like half or cut down. So I would make it high and then go a little bit low. And that low can be as low, and then I would shoot back up once my body is forcing myself to recover because of an injury. The experience that truly changed my mind on my philosophy of working hard, give it everything you got, is this summer. And what happened this summer, I'm gonna get right into it. So this summer, I said I was going to run 10 miles. I still had that hardworking mindset, so I wanted to go with a bang on the first day. First day, Monday, let's get into it. So Monday come around, I'm like, I'm going to run 10 miles. I'm going to run from my house to the soccer field because usually I bike. And from there and back to the crib, that's 10 miles. So I get ready, get my shoes on. I've never ran more than 2 miles in my whole entire life. So today, we're really feeding that beast, and we're going to have to go plus ultra to get to, the soccer fields and back. So I start my little journey, get on the run. I actually make it. I'm hurting a little bit once I make it, but I'm like, fuck it. And I push on and I make it back. Now, I didn't run it straight up. I was running it, and then I would just walk some, and I ran it, and I walked some, but I ran most of it. Like, I think I only took like 3 to 4 walking breaks. No, on the way there, I probably took maybe 3 walking breaks, and then same thing on the way back. What I realized that next day is my body was done. First day back and you're running 10 miles and you've never ran anything above 2 miles, my body couldn't take it. So guess what it said? Wait, we gotta do this, no. And bro, my body deadass kicked my ass and I could not work out that next day, so I took a break. And after that day, next day came and I took another break. And what allowed me to take that break is because I had another thing on my plate. I had my stocks. So I had something else I was giving my time and energy to, so I didn't feel like I was being not productive when I was just doing soccer. So what this allowed me to do is on those Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I put all my time into something else, giving that the hardworking philosophy that I have. So then once Thursday came, I was back into it. I just did a little something. I don't know what specifically. And then Friday did a workout. Saturday did a little workout. And Sunday took a break. And then we're getting back into the routine. Now, throughout that time span, throughout the next 3 weeks, what I realized is what I was doing when I was running. And I started realizing the progress I was making when I was running, the little details of when I was running. When I was on that run, how did I feel? How was I breathing? Was my body falling a little bit more to the right? Was it falling a little bit to the left? Was it leaning forward a little bit more? Was it leaning back? How were my strides? Were my strides wide? Were my strides short? What type of strides made me go slow? Which ones made me go faster? How long could I go at a certain speed without losing all my speed? I started I started dissecting myself in the activity that I was doing, the 10-mile run. So now my week looked like Monday, do the 10-mile run and dissect myself on that run, learn more about myself so I can build on top of that for the next run. Now after I did that, on the other days, I would recover on that Tuesday, really do nothing, maybe something light, maybe a little abs. And then on the other days, I would just do a little whatever, plyometrics, whatever I could do. Me before and me now was a huge difference because I didn't work nearly as hard or put as many reps in as much as I did last summer when I was waking up at 4 a.m., working out, doing a run, then going to sleep for maybe an hour or two, and then waking up, riding my bike to the field, practicing, riding it back, eating, and then I think also doing a third workout later that day. Like, compare that to in the day I just run 10 miles, and really and truly, the more days that went on, the less running I actually did, because that first time I ran the 10 miles, realized my body wasn't able to run 10 miles. So then I just did as much as I physically could. And once I felt something, I instantly stopped. Even called my mom up to be like, yo, I can't run anymore. Like, can you pick me up? If I run anymore, I feel like I'm going to hurt myself or get injured. So After I get home, I'll stretch, recover, and rest, and do as much as I can to make sure my body does not break down and it's ready for that next day. Or I do everything in order for my body to recover, like eat well, stretch, do all those little details. You know what I'm saying? So I fit that also to my equation for success. I realized I worked way less than I did this break, and the progress I made was exponentially higher. And it's insane because I didn't work nearly as hard. Now, when I say I didn't work nearly as hard, I didn't put as many reps in. When I'm still doing every single thing throughout the week, I'm still going balls to the wall, putting all my effort in. The effort in the workouts is staying the same, if not more. It's just I'm not doing it as many reps. I'm not doing it 3 times a day. I'm doing it once. The thing that separated me from me before is I could get the same amount of progress that I got before with less reps. You go to the gym for 5 hours. I go to the gym for an hour and a half, and I make more progress. Why do I make more progress? Because I know what spots to work hard on, and then I take care of my body, eat the right things, drink the right things, I intake it, and give my body the rest and recovery it needs, so that when I jump back into it, I'm fresh, my body's cool, I've gotten all the gains, and I'm building on top of that. Okay, so I know it's a little bit hard to see, but the first one is when I was overworking myself. It was last break when I was trying to put as many reps as possible into it, thinking that was the best way to succeed. And as you can see, I go straight up because I'm still putting in work, but because I'm not taking care of my body as much, and I'm so focused and fixated on putting as many reps in as possible, when that next time to work out, I have a high probability of injuring myself, which usually, if not, happens within time. And when I injure myself, then I go all the way back down, get in a state where I can't really practice no more. So now I have to recover for like a week or two, and slowly build my way back up to where I was. And you know what I'm saying, I still get above that point, I still find success, but there's a huge dip, and it makes you anxious and worried, because it's like, oh my god, I'm back to where I was, or I'm even lower, and I don't know what to do. I've been putting so many reps in, and that bro, it's a nightmare. I'm so glad I got out of that. Now, then I moved to hard work plus rest. Now with hard work plus rest, I would move up, just like, you know what I'm saying, putting out hard work. But as you can see, I still go a little bit down during that rest period. And you might ask, okay, why? Because when you're explaining it, it didn't seem like you were going down. You're still working really hard, and your mindset is still hard work, dedication, commitment, everything like that is still in the green, but all you do is that hard work, right? You do the hard work, put in the reps, and then that's it. You don't do like you might do the hard work, eat right, sleep right, everything like that, everything in between. But that time period where you're resting, that's really all you're doing. Like, you're not doing anything else to really help you improve other than the work that you're putting in. Even though technically during that rest period, you're technically going higher because you're recovering and your body's getting stronger, but because you're still idle during that rest period, it's not enough to make yourself go up. It's slow, and it glides, and it doesn't go that far down, but you're not going up. Now, there's a third one, and this third one is where I'm at right now. And this third one is the thing that keeps you moving up no matter what. Now, with this third one, the difference is, you know what I'm saying, as you can see, before how you were slowly gliding down, now you're slowly gliding up. You're a hard worker, you're working smarter, and you're resting. And what that working smarter is it's taking your rest to a whole nother level, but also adding more things to your plate on the side. So how can you be a smarter worker? Because what You might have heard this quote so many times said, don't work harder, work smarter. But the best of the best, they do both. This is how they do both. I still work hard and I still give my body the rest it needs to recover. But when I am recovering, I'm dissecting a video of somebody in the Premier League who is similar to me to how I play or how I want to play, and also plays my same position, and noticing little things that he does that I could add to my game. Or I'm watching film on myself and trying to see the good things I'm making, but also the mistakes that I'm making. I'm thinking about the workouts that I did before and how I can keep improving them. The working smarter part is so perfect to do when you're resting, because you have so much time after that your body needs for you to really do nothing but like a little bit of yoga, eat well, but there's still that fat time period where you're not doing anything. So during that time, you do the little details, the small details that over time will make a huge difference for your game. And that's what's going to separate you from the people that just work hard. That's why it's really about what you do outside the gym that is just as important as what you do inside the gym. Because when you work smarter, you also are making sure that you're aware of those weaknesses, those weak points, and you're checking them off your list. And then so when you work hard, you're attacking those weak points. And when you attack those weak points, you make those weak points into your strength. And then you rest, and then the cycle continues. So that's why you're going up, learning about yourself, getting yourself better, so that in that next time that you work hard, you go up even higher. And that climb keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. Now, let's end this with a quote. So the quote says, people either work so hard they're bound to achieve success, or work so efficiently they'll develop their success. And what y'all need to do is y'all need to develop your success. And when you develop, you're still achieving it, but you're building it up. Let's get into it. Don't just be, stay optimistic. Have a good day. See ya.